All right, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupagus show. I'm One Bar, joined with Lupagus with very festive, freakish-looking snowmen behind him that look like they're melting into the wall.
My great grandma made two things. She made the snowman, and she also made pecker warmers. I'm wearing the pecker warmer.
Wow, I hope the pecker warmer's better than them snowmen because those things are terrifying.
Same quality.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about 5 lessons learned from the Vikings' big win against the Carolina Panthers. So let's get right into it. Vikings are now 5-6, one game away from 500, which is just unbelievable considering where we've been, what we've been through.
What we've been through the season, ups and downs, even in the last game, ups and downs. You look at this team, one moment they look great, the next moment look like they don't belong to even be at the 3-win level. So, yeah, we learned some things yesterday, and let's talk about them right now.
Yeah, so just piggybacking on that, lesson learned number 1 is playoffs are actually alive and close to well. We're not that far out. I think we're 30% chance right now, which is a big swing.
Yeah, when they list the playoff contenders, we are number 1 in the hunt. It's the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, we are still alive, 30% chance, whatever it is, 30, 40. Here's the problem, though, and why I'm still not very excited, because if we somehow stumble into the playoffs, this team has some major issues. Can't stop the run, have trouble getting pressure on quarterbacks. Those are just two that come to mind right away. So it'd be nice to make the playoffs. It would be fun that they actually do it in this season. If they do get there, expectations should be very low.
They should be, but the fact is we're alive in the playoffs, and that's saying something. Obviously, the Bears loss last night helped. We need to be booing those Arizona Cardinals all along the way, who don't have a very easy schedule. So, yeah, it'll be an interesting one to watch, but we're one loss away from pretty much being squashed. So, Jaguars coming up. Playoffs are alive and well.
They are.
Lesson learned at number 2, and this one isn't overly groundbreaking, but KJ Osborne being inactive with such a depleted wide receiver core, I think it's fair to say that he is not even close to contributing as a wide receiver and probably not contributing at anything.
No, it's clear that the Vikings do not view this guy as a wide receiver because he would have been active. I mean, look at just, with feeling out, Osborne had been there. He'd been active most of the games this year, and he's struggling now with punt and kick return. I don't know. I just feel like the future for this guy is not very bright. I would be mildly surprised if he actually makes the team next year at this point. But he is far off from ever contributing to this offense. I actually think they might call up like Alexander Hollins before they even put KJ Osborne on the field when the offense is out there. The only thing saving him right now in my mind is just Chad Beebe struggling yesterday. Maybe there's just no one on the team right now. So maybe that gets Osborne another look at punt returning, and maybe he'll show something finally.
Yeah, and one other thing just that might be a possibility is Osborne had a pretty rough game last week. I could totally see Zimmer, regardless if we were down to one receiver, still making him inactive just to punish the guy, teach him a lesson, just like, I don't care, you're inactive regardless. So that might play a little bit into it.
Yeah, I agree. Zimmer's kind of done that this year. He's got short strings with these is it short string? That's the term? Short fuse with these short string with these young players. I see with Austin Cutting, you see with KJ Osborne. I doubt we'll see Chad Beebe back to returning punts next week. So Zimmer ain't thinking around.
At this point, they need to just have 11 men up on the line when they punt, let it bounce wherever it may, let them down it. It's much safer than the game we're playing right now. And which leads us into lesson learned number 3. We've tried everybody. Since Sherrills has been gone, we've tried Hughes, Beebe, Osborne, Abdullah. I mean, who else? Am I missing anybody?
Mitchell got some looks in the preseason when they had one last. Yeah, we have tried everybody.
We need to, this offseason, we need to bring in some old crusty vet that we know can just catch the ball, because we keep trying these young guys as punt returners and none of them are working. They just need to say, screw it. Bring in a guy like Andre Roberts. Bring in a guy like freaking Danny Amendola, somebody that we just know is going to catch it, and just be done with it, because we can't keep going into these seasons with these rookies. They're not working.
Yeah, I would love to be able to watch the Vikings receive a punt and not hold my breath the entire time until it's in their hands. It's so stressful right now. Yeah, whatever you got to do. If it's even one of those, who's those Oregon running backs, never really panned out, but were kind of return men.
D'Anthony D'Anthony
Yeah,
Thomas.
someone like that. Just somebody who is going to catch the ball when they go back there. Don't draft somebody again. I don't know what they saw in KJ Osborne, but he has not proven it at all. Yeah, get a veteran, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. I know the Vikings aren't going to have a ton of money next year, depending on who they cut. They might have some, but I would definitely invest in that area. And maybe Zimmer will be more open to it now, seeing how horseshit his special teams have been this year.
Yes. Lesson number 4 is, it appears, it hurt to have Thielen gone, no doubt about it, but Cousins definitely spread the ball around yesterday, and it appears good things happen when you spread the ball in this offense.
Yeah, you look at all the guys he used. Kyle Rudolph had 7 catches. Jefferson had 7 catches. BC's had 7 catches. Even Tajay Sharp got a look. Conklin had a catch. I believe Brandon Dillon, did he catch that one?
Dillon had a catch. Justin Jefferson. 4 guys had 7 receptions. Which is unheard of in this offense as of late. And yeah, Dillon, Conklin had a catch. Tajay Sharp should have had that catch, dropped it. So
I mean,
no, go ahead.
Well, what it does too, I mean, without Thielen there, it kind of kept the Panthers, it made them a little more honest. The Vikings showed they had some other options. They didn't have to go to Jefferson every single time, which I think helped him get that 772 touchdown line. We did see him have that sweet little fake on the double coverage. He got himself open for the touchdown. But again, you make the more assets you can use in your passing attack, the harder it is for a defense to figure out who to cover.
Yeah, just open things up, and hats off for these guys like BB, like BC. When they were called upon, they were catching the ball. So we obviously we would rather have Thielen there, but maybe this will open a few eyeballs to Kirk Cousins in this offense to spread that thing. Spread
the love. Yeah.
All right, final lesson learned is it's become pretty damn clear over the last handful of weeks that, good or bad, Djwanham is our best pass rusher, and it's really not even close.
Yeah, he is. He didn't have a sack, but he was in the quarterback's face plenty of times, making him throw the ball earlier than he wanted to yesterday. He had the blocked field goal. So even if it's not a passing situation, if it's a special teams, he actually gives the Vikings something they haven't had in forever, which is somebody who can actually block a field goal, get some pressure on the kicks when they're making those. But yeah, this guy, Adenabo has been quiet. Jalen Holmes has been pretty damn quiet. It's been Djwanham who stepped up. I think he has 3.5 sacks on the season. But he's usually back there, fairly often every time opposing quarterbacks drop back. So Djwanham, well done.
Yeah. Do you know who the leading sack artist is for the Vikings right now?
Boy, I don't know. Djwanham.
No, it's Yannick Ngakoue. Ngakoue is still leading the team with 5 sacks. Djwanham is tied with Eric Wilson second with 3. But yeah, he had that pass deflected yesterday. He is up in their face. And we just, for any sacks moving forward, if we get any, it's probably going to be Wanham. It was funny how many times Jonathan Vilma kept mentioning him as a dark horse defensive rookie of the year. That's how nuts Jonathan Vilma is.
Yeah. He, I think that was one of his moans when he just started moaning randomly in the microphone.
But at least he was giving him some love. Wanham deserves some love. He's a 4th-round pick. He's a decent pass rusher on not a very good defensive line. So,
no, he is the elite pass rusher of this defensive line.
There's reason to be excited about Mr. Wanham. So moving forward, what's he got? 3. I'm going to say he ends the season with 5.5 sacks.
Yeah, but it's even the pressures that are great, and just making the quarterback get that ball out earlier than he wants to is huge for our young corners to have that. So, Djwanham. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, those are our 5 lessons learned from the big win against the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, those are the 5 lessons learned. And here's a bonus lesson for you all. The oldest working prostitute in the world is 92 years old.
God.